Here we go. Here we go.
Recording is live, my man.
All right. Everybody, welcome to the Safe Haven. Right now, we have Shima Enaga. And I wanted to let everybody know before we start this that none of this is financial advice. The purpose of all of our AMAs is so that you can get a more in-depth understanding of the project that you may want to invest into. Again, none of this is financial advice. You must always do your own research. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get it cracking. So we have Goku, Bobby, and Stan here from the Shima Enaga project. And first, let's have you guys go ahead and give a little introduction into who you guys are and how you guys got into the space.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having us, Safe Haven. This is the second time here, and it's an absolute pleasure to be back. We had a very interesting AMA last time during our launch on the BSC chain, which, was quite rough. The project in the whole, we went through some, it was a pure roller coaster, especially for a team. And as we all know, launching a project in this space right now is not a walk in the park, not during these markets. There was a lot of projects that got lucky during better markets and, where the general economy of the world was just better and the volume was there. And, they managed to maintain themselves through taxes and so on. As we all know, Shima Enaga used to be a low tax token with 5% in and out tax. And during these markets with just, it's a survival mode, in my opinion. And that's what makes us so special, because our utility, which we will be going into in deep, is education. And I think education is crucially the most needed during these markets where, where the bad stuff come out, where scams come out, where, unethical behavior of project owners and just environment is attended. And for us to just keep going, sometimes you just need a moment to figure out, what the people need, what you need as a project owner, as a team that's, waking up every day to accomplish a goal. And we had quite an interesting ride. It was, from attacks, from people that, was not happy that we didn't, go their way, competitions of partners, bad advisory. But, something I want to start off with, having a very professional and determined team is a crucial thing. It's something that you have to have. And this is just my 5 cents. If somebody is trying to launch a project on their own, please don't, because you need the so-called dream team. And proudly, I wanna just, before we even start, just thank my team who's been really killing it, figuring it out. To be a project that's claiming to be an academy, it's, as I said, it's a bold statement. It comes with a lot of responsibility of content, of, what do you actually try to educate people on. Every piece of information comes with a very heavy weight of, responsibility. And I'm very proud of my team, of, of not taking a no for an answer, ignoring how a chart would look like, ignoring every negative factor, and just keep moving. And okay, waking up, how can we make better? How can we develop? How can we build? And that's what we have been doing for the past 3 months, ever since we had our first AMA. We had quite a pump to 1.4 million, and then went all the way down to approximately 160K over a few months. But I must say, I'm very impressed of how the chart was holding, because that tells you, especially for a project that has been very quiet, because we've been quiet. We've been just building. We were in VCs and stuff, yes, but we were building. We were, our target, our goal was to be, how can we be the most influential academy in this space, because that's not what people focus on. People focus on how can we make money. And yes, we are here for money. We are not here for entertainment. But if we can do the right choice, if we can do the right thing in the right manner and just build something tangible, something that has longevity, something that can potentially change hundreds of thousands of lives, bringing perspective, because there is a difference when you have targeted audience that are in the crypto space, and there is a difference when you actually have the whole world as a target audience, because now you're an academy, you're about education. So what do you teach? What is there for people to learn? It's okay, learn decentralization, which we will jump in shortly. Today's AMA, it's going to be, I'm open for all questions, but it's going to be a bit educational as well, just to give a bit of perspective. Why are we special? Why is our academy going to be one of the most influential ones? And just having that target audience of everyone. You want to learn, you think Bitcoin is a scam, you think decentralization is not the appropriate method of financial transactions, come and learn. So that's why we think we are very special, and it's been a lot of building. So yeah, that's basically us, and let's jump into the butter, as they say.
Yes, indeed. Let's jump to the butter. So, guys, they said a lot right there. But pretty much, this is a project that is not only focused on creating something good, but it's also focused on giving you guys education at the time you would need it the most. Because, guys, in all honesty, I hate to have to say this to y'all, but it's true. Right now, the markets aren't very bullish. And until 2023, when the Fed starts pivoting, we're not going to see much bullishness. So, they're bringing you something to where if you're not benefiting from price action, you can benefit from education. And what does that do? That creates an on-ramp for new incoming investors, and it gives people something to do, and that's a good way to instill loyalty. So these guys are already jumping in on the right foot, But yes, let's jump into the meat of things here. So the first thing that people want to know is, why move to the Crow chain of all things?
Okay, so let's jump into that before we jump into the education. Crow, all right. Fundamentally, is Crow stable? I know there is a lot of FUD, which me as an entrepreneur, I see that as an opportunity. It's competition. It's Binance. It's crypto.com. It's FTX lately, and there is a lot of things going on, right? Now, there is a big piece of a chunk of a stake of education right there, because at the end of the day, we got to come back and ask ourselves why Bitcoin is so special. But before I jump into that, because that's going to explain the whole thing, it's just, why Crow? First of all, look at Cronos right now, okay? Look at crypto.com. Look at the partnerships that they have. Look at where they are featured, okay? You're talking about the NBA, the NFL, or FIFA. They're featured in the World Cup right now. And yes, that is promotion. But look at Binance. Look at Binance when they were at this stage of where crypto.com is. Did they have these kind of ties? Did they have these kind of partnerships? Do you think and you see, your question on why Crow is, okay, it's interesting, but what it's not you, it's probably the public. It's more sort of to say, are you really sure about Crow? And because of the FUD that's going on, and what's all it's just a rough market, right? And for me, I think Crow and CDC crypto.com is way too big to fall, okay? And here comes the fundamentals. Now, when you already have built and you keep building and you have that foundation, okay, a bad market is common. We just go down and you get haters and people are losing money. And it's not even about losing money, because they never lost their Bitcoin. They never lost their crypto.com. It's a one-on-one. The value of it to the US dollar has fallen. which comes in bear markets, which comes in any market. It has its ups and downs, but fundamentally, let's talk about BNB, Binance. We are on Binance Smart Chain, and there is a lot of ties on what we do in terms of education that will push adoption. But let's talk about the potential of BNB. Now, BNB is at 200 something right now, 80 something. The all-time high was at 600. How far more can it go? Okay, can it reach 1,000? Can it reach 2,000? Who knows? Maybe. But the market cap would need to increase in a dramatically big number, which on the other side, and that's going to happen in a bull market. On the other side, look at Crow, okay? And look at the fundamentals there, the potential there of just in terms of LP. Let's only talk of LP, the pair. That has, for me, myself, the potential of 50x, 30x, that itself is there. It's very achievable. Even just reaching all-time high is dramatically more than the all-time high of BNB. And it's not only about all-time high in market cap, it's about scalability. Where is Binance? Where is BNB? And where is crypto.com? And where is Crow? Crow and crypto.com has so much more to achieve. So with every step of achievement they have, we benefit. Where on the other side, BNB and Binance, they don't have anything to achieve anymore. They just have adoption. Where crypto.com is working on adoption and development. So they have so much more to achieve on the scale, or comparison to Binance, and and Binance on the other side just have adoption because they have already everything out there. Okay, popularity is with Binance right now, volume is with Binance right now, but I believe, and this is where you talk about high risk, high reward. I think, and especially sometimes if you're afraid of a change, you won't succeed. So sometimes it's just, gotta have that gut of, accepting it and analyzing it and analyze your risk and go with what you think it will be most rewarding. So after many meetings with the team, and fundamentally for some very potential partnerships on the Crow chain, we decided to go with that.
Understood, man. Got you. Wow. Yeah, I agree. I do not think Crow is going anywhere. I do not think Cronos is bad. I think it's all a good idea, in my honest opinion. I it's a gut punch to a lot of people because they're wondering, like, what the world, you know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely think that Cronos is not going to go anywhere. I think the worst thing that could happen, because their reserves aren't messed up, so you don't have to worry about another FTX issue. Which, guys, FTX was not an American-based company, anyways. So just saying that. And I think that the worst thing that we could see happen with Cronos, which, now you tell me how you feel about it. I think the worst thing that we could see is if the government, which I don't think it's going to be like this, if the government does start some type of regulation that Crow, that's the point where Crow doesn't like it, they could just change their jurisdiction and Americans will just use it like they use FTX. And if they can't access it naturally, they'll just use a VPN and use it anyways, like they do anything else, and keep on moving.
Because I have something very interesting I would like to jump in there.
Oh, go ahead.
We are family here. We've been here already, right? So it's like, let's just have a conversation where we share perspective. But could you do me a favor and unmute Milk and Zai and Groot? Those are part of the co-team as well. And
raise hand. I will mute them right away.
Thank you. Yeah, just to have them in case they have anything to throw in here. And Milkbeard as well, please.
Say the names again, just one more time for me.
Zai, Milkbeard, and I am Groot.
Okay, got it.
Thank you, brother. Let me ask you a question, DC. I have a question for you. as what is decentralization?
Decentralization is where you have the control over your transfers. There's no third party intermediary. You have control over what you do with your money. There's no third party that can dictate or control what it is that you can or cannot do.
If you have a 99% control over your own funds, 99, is that still decentralized?
Yep.
Here's the thing. For me, it's got to be 100%. Okay, it's got to be 100% control over my own funds. And even with the FUD that's going on with crypto.com, now we all know crypto.com is a centralized exchange. Okay, and what happened with FTX, it's a very sad scenario, right? We know that a lot of people lost money, but honestly, did we need that or didn't we? I think we needed that more than ever. And here's the question why. And this is where Shima Enaga comes in, right? Because my vision, my team's vision, was not to just teach people how to be able to trade with BNB on the Binance Smart Chain. No, our vision was to make people truly understand what decentralization is. It doesn't need to be decentralized finance. It doesn't need to be DeFi, but decentralization. Me being able to transfer funds over to Achilles without Bobby needing to look over that transaction or to even confirm it or to be even involved. It's from me to him. So it's A to B without C being involved, and C now is a third party. Now, we know that a lot of people are not disciplined to have control of their own keys and keep an eye on everything. But now here's where we handing over our keys. And when it's not your keys, it's not your house. It's not your money, not your crypto. And the $1 million question here is a centralized exchange a third party? Yes. Now, so why was Bitcoin invented? Because as we all know, Bitcoin was invented to break the legs of banks and third parties, where you can just transfer 100 million and pay $1 in transaction fee without the need to wait for Monday until the bank opens, or just to get confirmation from anyone. Okay, it's decentralization. It's you having control over your own funds. When we go and put our money on a centralized exchange, what do we expect? Are we truly pushing adoption of crypto? Are we truly supporting the meaning, behind Bitcoin? Because last time we were here on an AMA, we spoke about, being sure that even those that are listening, not even 5% of them have read the Bitcoin white paper. And this is where we come in, because my true belief is, common sense. If I go speak to someone and say, hey, in this world that we're living in, you have the opportunity to have full control of what you own and being able and having the ability of sending something, whenever it is, how much it is. It doesn't matter. You can send it whenever you want without the need of anyone to, first of all, waiting for anyone or having to get anyone's approval. For them, it would make sense. Okay, just truly understanding what decentralized finance is. So even our academy, Shima Academy, content is up and ready. More content creation is there. Quizzes are there for people to get educated. And our approach is not like Binance Academy. Hey, come learn all about crypto and blockchain. No, because that's not the point. The point is decentralization. You learn what decentralization is, the true meaning of you having full control over your own funds, the full understanding of an equal opportunity as everyone else. Now, and this is where my fire comes, because I truly want to fight for this. And why do I want to fight for this? Because I'm a refugee. I'm someone that, has never found an equal opportunity as everyone else around me, but in DeFi. Now, but by by nature, I would fall in love with this space because, it's the only space that has been treating me right. And for someone, as I said, who's a refugee, who never got an opportunity to get educated, now I educated myself. We lost money here, we lost money there. We got that piece of knowledge. And I want to give everyone the same opportunity as, hey, you should truly understand why decentralization is special, why decentralized finance is the future, why banks won't last, why Bitcoin is going to be there forever. It's the fundamentals. Once you have pitched the fundamentals to someone, and for me, my father, for example, I've spoken to my father about Bitcoin. And you're like, yeah, I've seen it on the news. It's a scam. It's a Ponzi. It's whatnot. And when I said, hey, Dad, could you just sit down and, listen to this? How many times, when a transaction goes wrong in a bank or something, or, they have to look it over and they have to make sure that it's yours and whatnot. And, it's not your money, really. It's your money, but they control it. What if you could have full control in a second? And once you pitch that idea, now it makes sense for people. They love it. Okay, I get where you're going. This is the future. And this is all we need to do. Because in my opinion, it has been a play of passive income. It has been a play of which is smoother, which is not. Whether it's crypto.com, whether it's Binance, whether it's FTX, it's all opportunities. But we all saw the opportunities that were in DeFi in 2021. And it's not even about that. It's about just truly understand what decentralized finance is once again, because once you do, the money will come. Because lately, more than 70% of people that have been joining DeFi have left on their first investment because either they got themselves into something that's not right, either they got themselves into a scam, or to something similar, and just trying to build that safe environment. Can we change the world? No. But we can make sure that those people that we are bringing into the space, they get the right piece of information before they put their money into place. And that's why Shima Enaga is there. One of our utilities, Shima Ranks. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of you guys here that like trading, yeah? But what do you trade? You trade, so-called shitcoins. I don't like the word shitcoins, but that's what they call in the space. And is that all you do? Because that's not trading. That's an opportunity where you trade, and liquidate whatever value of, you have of the pair. But real trading comes to altcoins here. Okay, leverage trading, spot trading, where you trade real assets that have real volume on a daily basis. Some of them are even used in real life as a daily use, for businesses and exchange and so on. So there is real value, real volume, and that's what you want. Even during a bear market, there is volume. And how can we put and implement education there? So our developer, a very talented developer, Milkbeard and Stan, has created a game called Shima Ranks. Now, what is Shima Ranks? Shima Ranks is a game where it's different pools split. Some people would call it betting, but for me, it's education. You put whatever, you go into the pool that you would like to play. It could be a 0.1 BNB, or let's talk in BNB. 0.1, 0.5, 1 BNB, 0.05, whatever pool you choose, right? Now you go into that pool, you contribute, and then you will get a portfolio. So you're gonna choose the top 10. You're gonna choose 10 out of the top 100 altcoins in the top 100, all right? And it goes from VeChain to whatever, in top 100, Polygon and so on. So you're going to choose the 10 that you think are going to perform the best. Now, the best performing portfolio in that pool will win whatever is in the pool. So let's say there is 6 or 10 BNB in the pool. The winner will get that, okay? But here's the point. Now, the pool will end in 1 week, for example, right? What is the point here? It's your research, because that's something that's lacking a lot in this space. And here's what Shima Academy will pitch it in. How to do your research. How to analyze support and resistance, how to analyze short-term trends, how to look for possible news in that project, to just do your research before you invest your money, because it's worth it. It's worth your investment. Now you go and do, and it's training. You go and do your research, and you become a better trader, because now you get more information, and now you potentially learning skills on how to make trades, right? And the best performing portfolio wins it all. So that's something we've been working on. The game is ready for launch. There's multiple pools that are going to be live. It's going to be on Crow, but what we implemented as well, just to get engagement for the game and to build community around it. Now, Shima Enaga, there is a lot of projects that's going to be there. Probably Farmer Doge, Kali, our partners, for example, that we would like to invite their communities to play as well. So let's say there is 10 BNB in the pool. The winner gets 10 BNB, right? But let's make it a bit more fun. The contract will automatically buy the token that the community votes on. So for example, let's say Achilles wins the 10 BNB. Depending on what the community votes on, let's say it's Farmer Doge, the contract will do an automated 10 BNB buy into Farmer Doge and then send them the tokens. That gives them volume. And if Achilles decides to sell, that will give them even more volume. But it's interaction. It's pushing adoption of more people to even play the game, to get more knowledge. That's one thing that we would like to be focused heavy on. It's not only about, hey, decentralization and the true meaning of Bitcoin and everything, but okay, now we've learned that. Let's develop some skills, and even having our presence in the metaverse, and not only as a academy, but DC, have you been to high school? Dumbledore?
Yes, sir.
You know that cool vibe of the high school where you have, the sporty guys, and you have the girls chatting over there, and then you have your friends and those that play basketball all the time, and that vibe. I think it's the coolest when it comes to school. Having a actual high school implemented in the metaverse, where you go and can go to Shima Academy in the high school. Shima will be in charge of the high school. Educate yourself. You want to play basketball, go play basketball. You want to have fun with your friends, have that, futuristic implementation. That's going to be there as well. And even implementing your NFTs, where you own an NFT and you get access to, skill set classes. Now you want to learn Solidity. You want to learn how to build dApps. You want to understand, even further, because one thing that I want is, I do not want to take money for education. The general knowledge that will keep investors, you can never keep them 100% safe, right? Anything could rug, anything could just disappear. But what you can do is give them the leverage of them understanding, or being able to make better decisions, right? Now they've analyzed, now, okay, does it make sense or does it not? That's the point. But even just in the metaverse, right? Having that touch of a good environment and make it fun. Now you play basketball, you could win something, right? Having test exams, and just like I said, I want everything to be free, but I want it to be the general knowledge that could save, people potentially, that could, make them feel comfortable of being in this space. But then you want to learn a skill set that comes with a certain price. We got Milkbeard here, who's a very talented developer, top notch, and he's going to be one of the teachers in the academy as well, and many others. That's going to come with a price. But what we're going to implement is, a certain amount of tokens you hold will get you access. An NFT will get you access to certain classes. You want to, so there's going to be tiers of classes: development, Solidity, understanding the language, writing the language, building dApps, and further things that are coming in the space, because NFTs came a couple of years ago. There's a lot more coming into the blockchain that we don't know about yet, but we got to make sure that we have it on the list as well for people to, potentially have it as a career. So that's Shima Enaga, ladies and gentlemen. I'm open for questions. All I want to say is education during these times is very crucial. It's very important, and it's maybe not for us, people that have been here already. People understand the space, but ask yourself, are we in the right space? Because if we were, things wouldn't look like this, right? And I think a lot of things need implementation, and I think as well it's the right team that stepped up for this. I want to thank my team once again for really delivering, man. Just being a perfect team, full of professionals that not only have experience in the space but in real life as well, business, that know how to appropriately run a business. And we've been working on this. So the academy will be launched on the 12th. We have the Shima ranks will be launched on 12th. We have the Shima NFTs on the 12th. Staking will be live as well, and much more to come. But most importantly, how we push education is going to be the treasure. And just figuring out with our marketing team, with what Stan is specialized in, pushing adoption, having people, reaching out to people, just having our presence where people can see, okay, I have an opportunity of educating myself, and just make it fun. Now they come, they educate themselves, and put your money into place. And obviously the first option for them will be Shima, where they've learned, and that would push even adoption for our ecosystem, and just moving on from there. Thank you very much. If anyone has any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them.
That was good, man. And yeah, we'll get to questions in just a second, man. It's one thing I wanted to add to what you were saying and just focus on the educational part. Like you were saying about how your dad was saying, like, Bitcoin's a scheme, Bitcoin's a Ponzi. In all honesty, it's hard for me to get angry at anything. But one thing that I can definitely say that is irritating and almost frustrating to me is when people who know nothing about crypto and haven't studied or bought any crypto start talking about what it is and what it's not. And I wanted to say that the people that you guys, the government's going to say a lot of things about crypto. You're going to have people like Dave Ramsey, the quote unquote, the old age financial gurus are going to say a lot about crypto because, FTX collapsed and there's bad actors here and stuff falls apart and everything like that. And after I get done with my speech, we can get to the questions. But the point is this: every new and emerging industry has its bad actors. There has been more financial fraud and more financial destruction caused by the traditional market than crypto has. Crypto has not caused a fraction of the damage that traditional markets have caused. And I want to make that perfectly clear. That's number one. Number two, bear markets are a natural cycle of any financial industry. It's a natural cycle. As a matter of fact, if you zoom out on the crypto market, if you just zoom out since the day crypto was all the way up until right now, you'll see that it's done nothing but been in an upward trajectory over the span of 12 years, ever since 2009 when Bitcoin got created. Yeah, either way, it's been on an upward trajectory. And there are going to be people who say, well, how much money have you lost? Well, most people, they lost their money. You could have, dude, bear markets happen, people lose money because your investment goes down. You can get that in the stock market. you could get that anywhere. You get wrecked anywhere. Reason why it happens worse in crypto is because it's a new and emerging industry. It's not that big yet. And I'm just personally, I can't wait until, we get to a point where Bitcoin, the thing that I'm most excited about when Bitcoin hits 100K is when everybody who talks smack about Bitcoin, I want to see Dave Ramsey's ugly behind say, well, I think we're gonna buy crypto now. I did buy a Bitcoin. I'm gonna be honest. I bought a Bitcoin. Yada 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 yada. You know.
Yeah, but I think this is a
Wait a
circle of
second.
revolution, right?
Wait a second, man. I'm in the middle of a speech right now. But yeah, like what I was saying is like it's gonna be like it's gonna be great. And the people that you need to learn your education from are people like Goku. This is who you listen to. Because just because somebody has like really good backing in some other financial area or the traditional market, that doesn't mean that they know what they're talking about in crypto. So when it comes to crypto, the people that you need to go to for your education is guys like Goku. This is what we need. So Goku, go ahead. Then we're gonna go to the questions.
I appreciate you, man. But I said this is a piece of it's a bit of revolution, isn't it? I mean, first you had gold, silver. People were trading with it. People were buying food with it, right? And when the paper came, people said, "Come on, it's that's a scam. How can I? It's not tangible. It's I can't. It could be destroyed by water or whatever." And people adapted it, right? And there will always be people that are not happy with a change, right? And especially and talking now, I want to ask you a question. Obviously, you have a bank account and you have some money in your bank, probably, right? And this is what people don't understand. They think banks are safe. Let me give you an example, which the Western world, I'm an Arab, right? The Western world doesn't really understand. You are in a safe country. You are in a country that is peaceful, and it's everything is like they say, Gucci. Everything is good. Nothing to worry about. The country is safe, and it's the economy is going good. So there's no reason for your money to disappear. But think about this though. Let's talk about Yemen, for example, where I'm from. People had millions and millions and millions in their bank accounts. Okay, once the country went into war, the bank didn't have anything to pay them. Now, what they're gonna do about it? Have they received a single penny? No. And this is just one example. Okay, you never know what happens. Okay, and this is where decentralization comes again. If you don't have 100% control over your own funds, you're not the owner. That's how simple it is. And for crypto, the only way I see it to be wiped out is if internet and electricity gets wiped out. Okay,
Yep.
that's the only possible reason. Do I like
I'm glad.
stablecoin? What did you say, bro?
I said I'm glad that I am happy, like you said earlier, everybody listening too. I am happy. And for everybody who thinks the FTX clap is a bad thing, it's actually a good thing. There are people on YouTube I've listened to that are good with money, all around. And these people that I'm listening to, they've said that in new and emerging industries, when certain things collapse and certain things that were unstable collapse, it's actually a healthy sign because that's how you get better and how you improve. They're talking about regulations coming as a result of what FTX did. Nothing that would be noticeable to you is going to come as a result of FTX because it wasn't even American based. And if anything, all it did was show the need for decentralization. And it actually gave me more confidence that decentralization is the future because if they want to run away, because if the government were to ever want to run away decentralized exchanges, well, now that means you got to rely on centralized exchanges, which is what happened with the FTX thing. You know what I'm saying? So I personally like it, but if you don't have anything to say, we can go ahead and get to the questions, man.
Yeah, man, it's about, sometimes for something great to happen, for good change, things need to be teared down, and
Yep.
people need to realize. I mean, if everything is nice and beautiful, why would you realize anything? It's good, right? It's when these things happen where people take caution and people, act. And I think, and I really hope that people wake up, and just realize where the world is going. I love Binance. Binance has done a lot for adoption, right? A lot. But where does it all fluctuate to? It fluctuates all to the exchange. I like CZ, right? He's done major things for crypto. But what happened when the hack happened? He halted the whole chain, right? Now, it's these kind of things that it's worth taking into precautions now. And this is where Bitcoin comes in. What happens if he gets pressure from a government? When he says, okay, CZ, you either do this or you're going to face 50 years of jail. What do you think is going to happen, right? Regulations are going to be pushed. Now, it's not his fault. He just runs a business and regulations come on a regular basis. It's about what the people choose to do with their funds, because whatever is in Binance, it's not his, it's yours. He's making money out of your fees, and that's fine, that's his business. But coming to decentralization, going back, we should never forget where we come from. So going back to where did it all start, which will be a very big article on the Academy and Bitcoin. Why did it start? Why is it so special? So that's all I have to say, man. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a lot of trivias, a lot of events, and we're gonna reach out to Achilles and we're gonna plan something. It's been lovely being here for the second time, and we're gonna work together, man. All we want is work together with people to push adoption and push, do the right thing and just do our thing and build and build and build. Because if we do the right thing and we build the right thing, our time will come, and we are moving towards that direction. The bear market is here. We don't expect much, but that doesn't mean we're not going to work hard, right? We want to work hard and smart and change perspective, educate people, make sure we have a right environment, because once the bull hits, we're going to be top of the line. So thank you very much. If anyone has any questions, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a DM too. Be looking out for me. But Roshni Trump. All right, whatever. Roshni. All right, man. Your mic's on you. Go ahead and ask your question. All righty. Okay. Let's get James Madison up. Mr. Madison, let's go. Billionaire in the making. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna be a billionaire one day, man. It's actually not it probably ain't as hard as you think it is, man. If you can just muster up a few million in the bull run, reinvest them millions at the bottom of a bear market like this, come out with 8 figures, 9 figures, then you go out and be a billionaire. Might take about 15 years or so, but you can get there. James, go ahead, man.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, dude.
Hey, this. What's up, man?
Hey,
What's
man.
up?
Yeah, I'm good. I didn't quite see your white paper.
What did you say, bro?
I didn't quite see your white paper. Don't you have a white paper yet?
Okay. Tokenomics information is going to be on the new website. Launches on 12 of 12. We had a white paper on V1 and everything, and it's scale up, it's next level. So there's going to be a few changes, but it's be live on launch.
Okay, good. So my question is this: I wanted to ask if a project will kind of support like a staking program.
A staking program?
Yeah.
There is a staking. We have a staking pool that's our own for Shima holders that can stake.
Okay, are there any basic requirements needed for the staking? Like, they need to hold some certain amount of the tokens?
I'm not sure about that. I don't think so, but it's a question that could be answered.
You can stake any amount you want.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, and just speaking on the white paper. Hi, by the way, everyone. Yeah, I'm working on it as we speak. Just designing it so that so it looks nice and it's easy to understand. But that's going to be ready by launch on Monday, for sure. I just wanted to add, actually, while I'm speaking, something that both DC and Goku were touching on is that I think good education is really hard to do. I think it's very easy to kind of to learn gradually and become experienced in something, but to actually take that experience and present it in a way that someone newer can understand is really hard. So I feel really confident that our team and the team's network are well placed to deliver actually effective education rather than just churning stuff out so that we can say we're doing it. It's articles which actually help people. And I think that's really important, to make a distinction between just making an article that anyone can write and actually making something which has some value. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the Academy go live in a few days.
Beautiful. Just for your information, guys, Zai is not the regular TG kind of meme coin designer. he's a real life professional that has been, he's working for major companies. 15 years plus of experience, and it's this is just kind of perspective of what our team is made of. We very blessed with very talented individuals, real life professionals that are not only bringing their qualities and experience that they have in the space, but real life. And even when it comes to details, Zai, for example, not only designing, hey, Zai, could you please do this? No, he puts in his flavors, of branding, design, fundamentals into something and creates the best out of the best. One of the best, creatives I've been working with, and the same goes for Milk and Stan and Groot and Bobby. And Bobby has been a monster that has been, doing, working several jobs, but still putting in the job and making sure everything is top notch, and it's a blessing. Thank you, Zai.
No problem, man. Yeah, I'm really happy to be involved. It's I'm as excited as you are, and I'm really glad to have the opportunity to share it with everyone. And as I said to you privately, Goku, my work is, a lot of my work is in a slightly different field. I have experience working on education, but a project like this is an opportunity for me to be really creative and think in ways which I haven't had the opportunity to do before. So it's a really exciting time for me, and I think all the hard work's going to pay off. I'm really excited to roll everything out, and I think it's also important to mention that this is not a typical project where you make a quick website and then that's it done. The launch on Monday will be the start. This is going to grow, and the work is going to be constant from myself and the rest of the team. So it's going to evolve into something which I think will bring a lot of value to people, on Crow, but across the board as well. This is we want something which people in the future see. Someone says in a random TG group, "Oh, how do I don't know, for instance, how do I bridge to Crow?" And it's like, "Oh, there's an article on the Shima Academy. Go check it out." We want to be that household name, and I think we have the team and the connections and the resources to do that. It's really exciting.
All righty. Next up, let's go to. Let's see. Let me go to Favor Ola. Okay, Favor Ola. There you go.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, DC. My question is, how do you intend to sustain your project? Because when you were speaking, you mentioned that your education was going to be free, and you also say that you weren't in for to make money, which is very good and all that. But I suppose you'll be onboarding people to take classes in your education sector. So how do you intend to pay them? Because for every project, there's need for funding. I have come to realize from experiencing many projects that funding is one thing that is necessary to sustain a project if you're thinking long term as also. So how do you intend to generate income in order to sustain your project and make it a very long term project? Thank you very much.
Thank you. First of all, there is taxes for it. Number two, there is NFT sales that's going to be to it, but obviously you can't really depend on that only. So as I said earlier, education is always going to be free. It's always going to be free. There is skill set classes that the professionals will be involved in that will have a charge. There will be a subscription for it. You can either access them through the NFTs, which also will generate income for the academy, or a good amount of tokens, a certain amount of tokens, or the subscription fee, which will cover all of that. That comes with what you said, sustainability. It comes with adoption. Now you have adoption, you have a lot of users, and that's how you monetize it. That's one thing. I just want to point out something. Sometimes not only about the money, it's about connections and really manner. That's what it is. Just even the game, building that would have costed us probably 50,000-60,000, but it was done for free. And how did we do that for free? By being blessed with people that are working with us, Milk, Stan, and just figuring it out. We've done several things that would have costed us a lot of money to do it for free. It comes with genuinity, right? And just being genuine about what you do, and blessings will always come back. But in terms of monetizing, that's how we're going to do it. And of course, to be a successful business and to be healthy, you got to have income. And, as any business, Achilles is here. Are you there, Achilles?
He's just here. He just it's me and Dumbledore running this.
Yeah, last time we had Achilles here, I wanted to ask him if it's the same vibes, right? Because my point is, you start an idea and it develops to something even greater down the road, and ideas just shoot up and opportunities just come and you figure it out even more. So what we had the first time you were on on this AMA is completely different than what we have today, right? And that comes with just determination and figuring it out even more by the day. And that's what we've been doing and will keep doing, right? So that's our plan for now, and I'm certain there will be even better opportunities and even better ways to push adoption and to monetize it as well.
Hey, Goku, sorry, buddy. I was in the other room. I can hear you, man. You're awesome.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Alrighty.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Flavor.
Let's get Sensei. Sensei, you are up for your question. Go ahead, sir. Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Into the AM, right? So it's been a nice AM. I love the idea of the projects, the fact that you're pushing education and all of that. So this is my question right here. Do you have any way of like implementing a way of examining the people you are feeding with the informations? Like if you're testing the levels of the information that you've impacted to those that will be taken from the academy and all of that. You get the question?
There's plans for that. Something additional that we are planning, and it's not really in the roadmap, but in the planning. And a lot of people has already signed up for, which will be Shima ambassadors all around the globe from different countries for different events and activities that we're gonna push education throughout. And we some meetings scheduled with schools, Southeast Asia and stuff that we're gonna we're gonna hit. There's a lot of things that we are planning to, obviously, to bring real life implementation as well. So yes, sir.
It's not just about trying to give out information. Is to be sure and then examine the people that you're giving the information to. I actually think it's a very nice project, and I wish you guys all the best. Thank you, DC, for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Sure thing, man. Let's get Akash, not DeFi Drain. He's been here for a while. All right, there you go, bud.
By the way,
Ask the question.
Milk, Stan, Bobby, Zai, ask a question. You might win some money. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna get Vlad up. There you go, Vlad.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much for the great opportunity. Okay, so quickly, I want to ask, with the sorry, I was dropped out. So with the with crypto space constantly changing, new possibilities and new products have been launched every day, every month. How do you plan to keep up with this space? And also with just about 6% of the total population in the crypto,
Is he cutting off for you guys too?
Yeah. Sorry. I also, my second question, with just 6%
Why
of
don't
the
we start
total.
with your first question first? Your mic was cutting off, so we didn't get even the first question. So let's get one question, and let's start with the first question.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so my first question was, with the crypto industry constantly changing, new products being launched every day, how does the Shima platform plan to keep space to space with the crypto industry to make sure that any changes?
Okay, so as I've understood, do you mean how we are going to keep up with new technologies?
Yeah.
Okay, new technology is about adoption. We want to go. If we want the academy, we're going to have to adapt new technologies and implement it in the right way where people can learn it. So it's about us adapting whatever technology comes out in blockchain and decentralized finance.
Okay, awesome. And my second question was, we chose 6% of the total population of world population in the crypto space. What expected percentage does the Shima platform plan to reach out? And also, hello, did you hear me?
Yeah, not clear.
Okay, I said with just 6% of the total supply of the 6% of world population in the crypto space, what percentage or how many people are you so confident that the Shima platform will reach out to educate them and make them and bring them to this space?
As many as we can. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
All righty, thank you, DeFi Drain and Vladlin. Vladlin is probably.
Hi guys.
Let's do it. Let's hear it. Go.
Yeah, hey D. I just wanted to tell you that my internet connection is being pretty bad. So if I cut off or something else, you can just move on to another person. But yeah, right now I think it's my internet connection is enough to ask a couple of questions. So yeah, I actually got two questions, and first of one is related to, so as you launch on Cro chain, you will be paired with Cro, and actually, in general, in terms of general sustainability, because as you may know, during the last months, Cro was pretty unsustainable and especially after that FTX case, its price like dropped in half, so like was a huge drop on it. And in general, like because speaking of the crypto.com exchange, yeah, it's like not the best times for it. And for example, now I think there can be a scandal with Binance, because crypto.com is just it's just absorbing all the transactions people try to do on Binance Smart Chain, and just did not warn people, so people lose money due to that. And yeah, I think that can like have like negative consequences and stuff. So in terms of a long-term sustainability of a project, do you think it's like the best time to launch on Crow chain? Because when previous dump happened in the beginning of November, projects launched on Crow like suffered a lot from that.
Yes, sir. So basically, the question is it really a good choice to launch there? And my
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
you can rephrase it that way.
yeah. My answer would be yes. And here's my explanation to that. I would not want to launch on Cronos when Crow is at 50 cents. I want to do it now. It comes with high reward, high risk, high reward ratio, right? And it's one of those moves. When it works out, you're the hero, right? If it doesn't, can it really get worse? And in terms of what you said about it's not really sustainable now. I think crypto.com is quite sustainable. If they would not be at the stage that they are right now. I think in terms of a business, you go through some rough periods, especially when you have very powerful competitors. Okay, that's a common. It could be a restaurant, doesn't need to be an exchange. It could be a restaurant. You have a nice Italian pizza restaurant, and there is one next to you, and they have been in the space for quite a while, so they have the money, so they will try to pinch you. And if you're not strong, you're gonna fail. But I think with the adoption that crypto.com already has, with the fundamentals, with the foundation, it's a matter of time. And I personally, I'm a big believer of Crow. I know there is a lot in this room that are. Trust me, this question that you asked, we answered this in the AMA earlier, but it's a question that ran through our minds 1,000 times, because just moving to a chain, I mean, it's not like going to the kitchen. It's a big move, so you gotta calculate it from all kind of scenarios, right? And in terms of LP, you said to Crow, there was going to be several LPs for Shima. There was going to be a stable, and there was going to be two other ones. One, on Crow, and there's going to be one additional that's coming down the road. But for now, it's going to be two: one stablecoin, one Crow.
Okay, and is it already like known how those will be distributed between those two liquidity pools?
Yeah, it's gonna be good. That's our mastermind's job, Milkbeard, and he's got that under control, and everything is beautiful there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah. So, like, adding to what you said, like, I think like none of the chains is like really, really sustainable now. Even like Ethereum and stuff, which is not like based on an exchange success. So yeah, I don't know what is really a good choice to launch now. So, like, speaking of when market is bad, the best thing is just not to launch. And
I think Ethereum is very, very sustainable. That's my input, but. Let's talk about Ethereum. If we launch on Ethereum now, and just the fundamentals of return, right? Risk to reward ratio, right? It's more likely with a good turn of Crow that Shima will be benefited way more. Okay, it's about adoption. It's about making noise in a place where you're gonna own it. Okay, you're gonna be one of the best. Okay, and just pushing that and helping even the chain, right? You bring adoption, you bring education, and you're helping out there. And with their growth, you're going to be big. It's just like the first ones that were on BSC. Okay? They had a high return. Yes, a lot of people thought that, yes, because some people made a lot of money on Crow when it started. Let's talk about M-Share. M-Share was at 100K per token, 50K. now it's at $16, when the hype was on Cronos, right? Now, can that hype come back? Of course. Crypto, the name itself is very fundamental of the company. Now, even their scale of growth compared to Binance, they have a lot to fill. And with that, I believe adoption will come, and it's just scaling up from there. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And I just did not. I just didn't mean like Ethereum is not actually sustainable. I was just saying that nothing is sustainable 100%. Nothing can like guarantee you sustainability during these days. Yeah, that's what actually I was talking about. So yeah, I understand your choice, and like I launching on Crow, you can also like find good partners, like for example Crogram, with you, whom you partnered. So yeah, also I got a second question, because like many educational platforms, if we speak about the free ones, so if you like actually have a possibility, like if you actually provide like free articles for people, a lot of those educational platforms, like an additional revenue stream for those is basically participating in like affiliate programs, like posting referral links. For example, if you explain how to log in on how to create an account on a centralized exchange, you just like put your referral link there, and so on many of those crypto related educational platforms you can find those referral links. So what I actually was asking, like, do you plan like an additional as an additional income stream just to participate in some affiliate programs, like to do when you create your educational articles, or you don't find that a good idea, like, and you just don't want to take part in that?
No, not really. Here's the thing: it's a good idea, and we could do something like that. One thing I want to do as well, we want to build a large, good community, right? And with a lot of academies, with a lot of non-profits and so on, there comes always a big community that even volunteers and stuff. So please join our community, shoot your ideas and stuff, and even your idea right now is noted down. One thing that we will have, we have all the content that will be on the academy, and even you just going through, because there will be two academies. There will be one academy on the metaverse where there's like proper implementation where you actually go to classes and stuff, and there is a website that's going to be the academy, where you go through content, you go through articles, you read them, and then there is a quiz where you can win very valuable NFTs, for example, tokens, things like that. There is prizes, and you have to go to answer the quizzes. Now, if you really have read the articles and went through the website properly, you will be able to answer them, right? And to win something. Now, we could do an affiliation program there. And when you say a affiliate program, right, it's, for me, it's not really about just the money, people make money or something, or us. It's about pushing adoption even more. Now they work for something and they bring in more people to be educated. And, we have very, very talented back-end developers where we even could, build an algorithm where to identify, are they really reading, or are they not, or are they just jumping, are they scanning, or whatever they're doing, right? So thank you very much, and be part of the community, guys. Every project needs a community, and being part of a community where it's not just, hey, meme-ish, hype. No, come, let's have something tangible. Let's have something that's mature. Let's educate people. Let's educate ourselves. Let's be there for each other. Let's create a good environment. And I think a project doing that, a community doing that, and with better markets, it's going to be very rewarding, in my opinion.
Yeah, and thank you for your answers. Yeah, I'm also a big believer in community building and so on. Yeah, and thank you one more time.
You're welcome, my friend.
All righty. Thank you, Vlad, for the question as always. Let me get meet some of these people so that way we can have all the focus on people who are speaking. All right. Let me see. Next, let's get up. Let's get up Akash next. All right, Akash, you can go ahead and ask your question, man. The floor is yours now.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep. Can't help but to hear you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, so my question is like, with the crypto space being very technical, how will you like educate people in your platform to understand the basics and basics of crypto? Will you have something like videos for those that prefers videos, text articles for those that prefers text articles, and maybe live class for those that prefers live class? How will you like make them feel comfortable learning from your platform?
Okay, so there's going to be videos, there's going to be articles. It's a mixture of it's a mixture. It's going to be all of it, even just having a staking pool, right? Learn how to stake, right? But it's Shima is the main ecosystem, but it's not only about Shima. It's about crypto decentralization. Hey, what is decentralization? Learn that. Okay, you truly understand that. What is used in decentralized finance? Now you have a blockchain, you have cryptocurrency. Now where did it all start? Now you have Bitcoin. Learn about Bitcoin. Now you truly get it. Then okay, how do I get started? Right? Understanding difference between exchanges and centralized, decentralized, going down to even swaps. What is a different kind of chains? What are the different kind of wallets? How do I set up? Okay, how do I buy? What do I buy? Let's try out Shima. Let's buy Shima. How do I stake? Having everything live there, right? It's an experience. So it's it's gonna be a mixture of videos and here and there. So it's a bit of both.
Okay, so also my last question is, of course, cryptocurrency is here to stay. But what if eventually the token you are developing, the token aspect, does not like go out as expected, does not play out well? Do you plan to continue educating people without having the native token in place?
No plan B. That's my answer. We don't have any plan B. We're gonna go with plan A and make sure it's working out. It's just like we launched on BSC, and now we are launching on Cronos, and we have no plan B. It's and it's a long-term project, right? Things don't turn around overnight, and it's just about making it happen and work on what we started with. So yeah.
Okay, I like that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All righty, Akash. Thanks for coming out. Let me see. Let's get Brian, and then we can get Spency Wincy next. I know I kind of messed with your name Spencer. If you don't like it, well, you better learn how to, because that's your new name now. And that's at least what I'm going to call you. You better like it. So let's see. Brian, you go ahead and ask your question, man. Go ahead. Hope his parents weren't trying to name him Brian. Look at that Brian. Look at that. All right, man. Well, I'm going to put you back on mute and just raise your hand.
Hello, Desi. What's up, man?
Hey, man.
Hey. So, Brian, shoot your question, man.
Ask the question, boy.
All right, let's jump off to the next question.
Brian,
I wanted to ask concerning the staking pool. Do we...
Okay, there he goes. All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask concerning the staking pool. Do you have like a staking leaderboard in place where users and the community members can see the transparency of the staking system?
No, we don't. We could implement that, but I don't think it's necessary. It's a staking pool where you have a specific ROI and it's paid accordingly to it. And once our staking pool is live, you'll understand the proper procedure of it, and you can have a look there.
Okay, cool. And lastly, how many percent APY can the token holders end up to?
It's really, it differs. You have 3-4 options that's going to be live on launch.
Okay. Thanks, Lucy. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Hope I'm saying your name right. All right. Next up, oh man, Spencer left. I mean, my fault. Spency Wincy left. Bossy Last Born, I got you. Well, no, I gotta get Flo first because he's been waiting. All right, Flo, go ahead, man. What's up, dude? Go ahead, Flo. Man, come on, Flo.
Hello, everyone.
All right, wait, guys. So I want to say this real quick, guys. All right, please make sure your mic is muted because Goku ain't got much time left.
Okay.
Yeah, so guys, make everybody, Flo, you're fine, but just everybody make sure your mic's muted because I'm just playing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you're not hurting my feelings. I just want to protect his time. All right, so Flo, go ahead, man.
Okay, hello guys. I really appreciate you for this opportunity. Okay, are you hearing me? Hello.
Yes, bro.
Yeah. I just want to ask that you talking about decentralization the other time about Bitcoin market that when you are on your own, like when you are able to stand on your own. I want to ask that you asking many people out, they will be like saying that they have lose so much money in the coin market and they will not be able to continue and go further. I just want to ask that how can you process the coin market and stake market, and you will not be able to lose in the coin market? How can it be avoided to lose money in the coin market?
I didn't really get your question, but I'm assuming you're asking, is it really possible to not lose money, right?
Yeah. That's my
Okay,
question.
that's not possible. The crypto market, stock market, whatever axes they're called, whatever is on a chart can go up and down, okay? So it has movement, could be very beneficial, and it could cause a very high loss, a big loss. When it comes to crypto, there is high volatility in charts. So 1, there is no way anything is certain. 2, there is no way to prevent a loss. 3, the only thing that we can help with is bringing more education for people to make better decisions. Because when it comes to how people lost money, now the question is, how did people lose money? More than 50% didn't just lose money because the chart went down. It went down. So it's about understanding, things like audits, contracts, but starting with the basic from decentralization.
Okay, I really get you. I really get that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
thank you very.
All right, Goku, I just sent you a message, and now, all right, let's move straight on to, guys, make sure your mics are working. All right, here we go. And matter of fact, even if Goku has to leave, maybe some other folks can answer questions, all right? Because I want to get everybody. I want everybody to have a chance. All right, Reese James, go ahead, man. This is what I'm talking about. Reese, your mic is unmuted. Go ahead, sir. Ready?
Guys, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So I have this question real quick, which I really want to ask, which is bothering me in my mind. I would say I've been going through what you guys have been doing, went through your website. I would appreciate you guys for what you guys are really doing. But there's something which is currently happening that is what is affecting the crypto market as a whole and also everywhere in the world. Even economy is really going down, and I know this is affecting cryptocurrency, and I know you guys know that. And some investors are really backing away from crypto, taking all their money out, and it's making crypto go down. Now, I want to ask, How are you guys planning for this? What do you guys wish to do? How you guys want you to help others, those who are still in crypto? How do you guys want to help them know that now is the best time to invest, hold on to the token for a long time, and also newly invested people? How you plan on helping them see that the future is bright for crypto?
By education. And that's a very simple answer. Education. Because obviously, as you said, what you mean is they're not really doing well, right? And it doesn't mean that they're not educated. It's just, knowing what they get themselves into, right? And if they're willing to stay in this space, having that extra piece of knowledge, extra piece of information that could help them in the next run, or even now, because for me, it's a playing field right now. It's a try field, where you have a trial, you go, you try it out. Okay, I like it. Let's get prepared. And that's what it is. This space right now, it's not really bright at the moment, but doesn't mean, what goes down can go up. So we just get prepared and just educate ourselves and educate the people around us, and for them to make better decisions. We do not tell anyone to invest. We give them the opportunity of learning how to invest.
That's nice. That's nice. That's great. I really appreciate it. But when you said by education, how are you guys planning on doing that? Do you have a different, or how I call it? I forget the words you use. Like, do you have a program in which you wish to educate other people about that?
Yeah, the academy that the whole AMA was about. I think he jumped in a bit late.
Yeah. Just a bit late. I was doing something actually, but I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, join our group. Join our community. We'll post the recording there, so you can jump in and listen to it.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you very much. What about quick one? What about partnership? You guys currently partnership with any big name in the crypto space which would help boost your project?
Yeah, we do have some, and we have some rolling out as well, coming very soon. So just stick around the community, and you'll know all about it.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, DC. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you too as well, man. I love it when you guys stop by here. I wish we could have AMAs a little bit later so we could have more people, but you know what? All right, here goes Spencer. This is my man Spencer over there. What's up, man? Bring me something good, dude.
Your wish will be granted here in a few hours, DC.
I know, right? I'm happy about that. Spencer, go ahead, man. Spencer, I've been excited for you. Don't sit here and disappoint me now, okay?
He's insisting.
Gosh, dang it. All right, you know what? Goku's time is limited. You know what? So we're going to go ahead and just...
To be just full transparent with you guys, I have a terrible situation going on at home, and so I'll have it's a family situation. So I have a plan, and it's just a of this is what we do, man. We committed to it. We can't just skip things, and me and my team, once we committed to something, we committed to it. So even just having an AMA, and we are feeling not well, and it's a lot of emotions going on.
We appreciate you, Goku.
No, I appreciate you, man. It's about we do the right thing, bro, and we do our best, and we keep going. That's how it goes. And I appreciate your time, and I appreciate everyone listening here. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everyone.
All right, it was fun, man. It was fun. All right, we'll just get other people to answer the questions that were part of the team or something like that. But dude, go ahead, get out of here, do your thing, man. It was fun. I'll send you some links. We'll keep on talking, man. Take care.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. All right, B go live, and I guess so we got Zai, and then we got Milkbeard and Stan. You guys can just answer the question. Bobby too. You guys answer the question. So B go, your mic.
Bobby, can you take it on, because I have to run right now.
All right. Yep. It's Bobby.
Okay. Thanks.
You guys hear me?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, let me just go straight to my question. Yeah, my question is really about the awareness of the
Speak up, bro.
project. So,
Yeah, speak up,
social
man.
media is an essential platform
Yeah,
to reach
speak
a
up, big
wider audience and educate them
brother.
about
You
your
got
service and product. So, what plans do you have to use channel like
Buddy,
Instagram
can't hear you. We
to
can't hear
boost
you, Vigo.
awareness and build targeted high value audience? Is that the question?
Go again, bro. Didn't hear any of that. Sorry, man.
Okay, social media is an internet platform to reach a wider audience and educate them about your service and product. So, what plan do you have to use channel like Instagram and Facebook to boost awareness and build targeted high value audience? You got the question?
Yeah, I think I got that. Asking about Facebook and Instagram, things like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely the plan. Is a big push towards people who are, I would classify as crypto curious, but maybe not be into it yet. And I think there's a lot of those people on social media. So we will be definitely launching ad campaigns. On the education front, not selling the token, right? But a lot of um, crypto campaigns on Facebook in shortly because it's against the terms of service because you're selling a coin. But what we will be doing is promoting the academy. And so short answer is Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, all those places are big venues that we're going to hit to try to you know give an open door for people who are curious about the crypto thing to feel like they've got a way to make educated decisions when they came in. And you you guys may be like me. When I made my first DeFi transaction, I thought I was breaking the law. It felt super weird. I had no idea what I was doing. I felt like I was being scammed even though I wasn't. So we just want to give people confidence to jump into space.
Okay, yeah. You really answered my question. You answered my question. I came about to this other question. So I just want to know, how did you come up with the idea of creating your project solution? Was it due to impermanent loss or some similar personal experience that made you understand that and there would be room for such solution? And how long did your project work per day to develop the project, and what does the community mean to you? How do you intend to build a strong community? Hope you got the question.
Dang, my man's coming in with all kinds of the 30-minute answer questions. Um, in terms of how it formed, a group of us have been working together in the space, and we've just kind of run across time after time people getting scammed, people not knowing what to do, and we just kind of started going, well, why don't we share what we've learned, and enter the educational realm. And the team grew as we found people that were similar to us that are like, yeah, I'm kind of tired of the same old. I want to be in a project that actually helps people. So that's kind of the genesis of it. In the community, that's always a building thing. Our community has been up and down. The community flourishing when the coin was flying, and then it was quiet while we were building. But people held and people were there. And as we're kind of moving towards this Cronos launch, it's kicking up again. But in terms of sustainability, we want our community, like we said earlier in the AMA, that let's say there's a TG of a project that rugged. We want it to be a thing where people are in there going, hey, if you want to know why this happened, check out Shima, right? They can explain it to you, they can help you not have this happen again. So the
Oh,
community will be driven by education and helping other communities.
oh, that's really great. I really love the way you answer my question. You really give me a clear solution to my answer. Since I wish your project to the moon, and thanks for giving me the great opportunity this year.
All righty. God,
Yeah.
Admaluga David. Why do y'all come up here with these names like that, man? I can't pronounce or announce you or nothing. David, I'll just call you David. David, go ahead, man. Your mic's unmuted. Bigo, thank you for your question. All right, David, go ahead. Spencer, I'm gonna get you too, man. I'm gonna get you too, bro. It's just your mic wasn't working the last time, so I had to go on. But David, you can go ahead, man. Adam Mulligan. All right, I'm gonna put him back on mute. And David, when your mic's ready, you can just see Spencer went off. God. gosh. You guys give DC you give DC a headache. You see what you do? See how you do me? Alrighty. Well, if there's no, I'm gonna go to the chat. His mic went bad. All right, cool. So let's see. David Frogs wants to know, when should we be expecting? I don't want to be on here like too long because, we've been here for, Jesus Christ. Yeah, we've been here for, it's about to be 2 hours now. So I'm going to just answer some questions from the chat. The best thing to do is come to the voice chat, guys, with your questions. David Frog wants to know, I'm just going to start from the bottom. David Frogs wants to know, when should we be expecting the Crogram app on Android?
So Crogram is actually, we're good friends with those guys, got great relationship with them, and we're on Crogram, but we're not on necessarily their development side of the team, so I don't really have an answer for that. All I can tell you is they're working super hard on it, so I don't think it'll be that much longer.
All right. David Frogs has another question. He said, I've invested in so many projects, made a lot of promises without accomplishing them. They tend to base survival of projects solely on price movement, of which investors dump. They team, give up, and stop developing. Just so everybody knows, that's because some people don't understand that the marketing wallet is not what you're supposed to be. That's extra marketing funds. You're supposed to have your own marketing funds already set up. Then jump into creating a different new project instead of developing a functional revenue generating utilities. How can you ensure us that holding the token is more beneficial for long term and that you won't give up when things get tough?
Well, I would say that I think the fact that we're here now kind of speaks to that last bit in terms of giving up when it's tough. We kind of had the 1.4 million to 150,000 dump, and basically we responded by just going, we've got to build. It's a bear market, so we've got to build. The token is not our primary objective here. The token is a way for you to be involved in investing in the ecosystem, and also hopefully make some money out of it as well. But the end all be all here isn't that this token drives whether or not we're doing what we're doing. It's the educational platform that we've built, and that will persist regardless. The team hasn't taken a paycheck since we started this thing, and we've got world-class people on board because we're all passionate about education. If we were doing this because we were moon boys, we would have quit a long time ago. A few months in crypto space is like a few years, right? And that's kind of the journey we've been on together. So obviously it comes down to trust. I would say if you have doubts, which is totally valid, when we launch on the 12th, take a look at what we're launching. It's all launching together. It's launching as a starting point. The Academy, we're launching with a certain set of articles just to get started, and we'll be adding as that goes. But I think, once you're able to kind of see everything and see the whole ecosystem together, you'll kind of realize, all right, it's not just a bunch of talk. Because, I've been in the same boat. I was in the Safe Moon thing for years with imminent, coming soon forever. And that's not what we're trying to do. But at the same time, it does take time to develop. But I guess short answer is we're still here. Check things out on the 12th, man. And, make your decision there.
Alrighty, and we got Spencer and Adam Mulligan David back again with their mics up, okay? Now, Spencer, I'm going to unmute you first. And if your mic isn't working this time, I'm going to get you. All right, his mic's unmuted. He can now speak. There we go. All right, Spencer, go ahead, man. Let's see. Okay, Spencer. Okay, Spencer just want to play with me today. That's what it is. Spencer just wants. Let me get
timeout, I think.
David. Here we go. Adam Mulligan, go ahead, David. All right. We're gonna keep. We're gonna get a couple more questions from the from this chat right here, and then that's gonna be it. We're gonna move to the giveaway. All right. All right, so Grinky missed it. All right, so he said, why is the project relaunching on a relatively low volume chain like Crow instead of ETH? He missed most of the AMA, guys.
Yeah, and I'd just say I would recommend going back and listening. But the very short, simple answer, and again, you should go back and listen to Goku kind of go on his explanation is that's kind of the time, right? Should you invest at the top and then sell at the bottom? No, that was kind of our thought here. If we love the Cronos ecosystem, we have contacts at crypto.com, and I've been in the ecosystem for a long time, and it's something that we really liked and could develop in. And we just see potential of being one of the main players in a bit of a smaller pond versus, being in BSC, as prolific as it is, but being maybe just part of white noise. So we were making the best decision that we can, and we wouldn't do it if we didn't believe that it's only basically up from here. Obviously, there's no predicting the markets; things can still go down, but the potential upside of Crow is a lot more, in our opinion, right now than Binance.
All righty. You need one more question from in here? Nah, big DC nothing, bro. Let me see. Last one. Dude, Grinky, bro. You gotta quit asking questions, man. God dang. All right, so William DeFriend. Okay, how can the team make their crypto education more engaging, especially for people with little to no background? Yeah, some of these guys didn't show up as early.
That's okay. I don't mind answering that. That's a good question, and Zai could potentially chip in here, but that's the whole reason we're doing this, is we're gonna sculpt our education as if the reader knows nothing about it. We're not gonna assume anyone knows any terms, anyone's done anything, and Zai's incredible in terms of, I mean, not just this, but visuals are one of his main strong suits. So there will be plenty of visuals to go along with things. There'll be videos and things like that. But yeah, all the educational pieces will be written, not assuming you already know what it is.
Yeah,
I think that's
I
the
think
key point.
I think I can speak on that a little bit, Bobby. So my background is what I do outside of crypto is make videos for top universities here in the UK, specifically their science and technology departments. So this is essentially taking highly complex topics, artificial intelligence, battery technology, medical science, and presenting this information in a way that anyone with an interest would be able to understand. So part of that, not only is the job there to make it pretty and engaging, but also I like to think of it almost as a role of a translator, if you like, because you speak to these postgrads at Oxford University and they don't speak English. When they're talking about what they're working on, this goes over my head. So the first stage is always, I need to understand it. If I don't get it, I'm not going to be able to communicate this effectively. So part of what we'll be doing is educating ourselves as well. This is not just going to be, oh yeah, we've been in crypto for a few years, so therefore we're wise. We're going to use experts and we're going to think about how information can be presented in a manageable way really carefully. Like I said earlier in the AMA, good education is really difficult, and as Bobby said, also we're going to have the assumption that anyone reading anything, unless they go specifically for our more advanced courses, then we're going to assume they have no knowledge. This is going to be day one. I'm interested. What do I need to know? So that's very much how we're going to pitch it.
All righty, and that's the final question, Spencer and David. Y'all can put y'all's hands down, man. It's over with. All right. So boom. Thank you guys for coming. I know Goku had to leave, but anyways, this has been a good AMA. It's been fun. It's been informative. Everything positive. That's what this has been. So, man, it was just real fun, man. Good way to start the morning off. to. So anyways, guys, we're gonna be back here again at 3 p.m. with Baby Christmas Floki. I hope I said it right. So y'all come back in here to get the 1-2 combination of Double D, DC, and Dumbledore. You know what it is. Ain't nobody like us.
Let's go.
Yes,
3 o'clock. We'll see you all back. 3 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. UTC.
Yeah, man. I had to make that up too. That's a big deal. But anyway, we can get to the best question. All right, the best question goes to Vladlin. And now let's get to the trivia question. Here we go. All right. I'm gonna type it in the chat. And guys, don't try to type answers before I even get done. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know how y'all be doing. All right.